Okay, recording this video Tuesday, 18th of March 2014. It is 2:30 p.m. Chicago time, so 45 minutes before the close, and just recording this, getting this out before the end of the day. Hope you had a good day's trading. I must admit, I feel like I'm in a zombie movie. It's like this is the market that refuses to die. We're kind of back up in the 60s here, which is kind of feels unreal to me. But anyway, 0.9 million contracts traded, so less and less kind of volume going on. I was thinking that with yesterday's activity, we came into this resistance pattern on the 40,500 tip bar chart, and I'm still looking for this exhaustion pattern rather than a break above this. You want to see this kind of go down and break into a proper trend move and see another exhaustion pattern to mirror this, initial selling. Tomorrow I've got FOMC, so usually the first 30 minutes of trade is a little bit kind of busy, but then after that it gets quiet. And we do have turns around FOMC, so potentially whatever comes out of that meeting could produce something. Let's see. And today's activity on 40,500, you can see it's just a complex correction kind of on the way up. Complex correction is where we don't break the support and resistance lines into a trend move. So we kind of overshoot a little bit, but broadly speaking, we kind of keep within those zones just backwards and forwards. And it's a little bit of a retracement pattern, just showing consolidation on the way back, usually kind of completing or kind of getting going into a trend move, reverting into trend move the other way. We'll see, but this is what I was looking at last night for a breakdown below this kind of support on the 40,500. We initially tried, and then we kind of got forced back up in the low liquidity kind of after hours, and then have just kept on going. So it is what it is. Now, what I want to show you today is the importance of professional bars. The trend move is not over until you see blue professional bars, and the 1500 tip bar chart's the important time frame for picking signals and where you see kind of the big money starting to trade. And so last night we fell off, and we had this rally into some news this morning. I don't know what the news announcements were. That was way too early for me. But anyway, so I get up and I see the pullback levels kind of come in, and a bunch of blue professional bars coming on this little dip down. The uptrend is not over until you see blue professional bars come in at the highs. This is showing an initial profit taking, but we got to go pull back to end of trend, probably with an exhaustion pattern and blue professional bars, and we don't get any blue professional bars on 1500 until we reach the 60s up here. So that's really important. So you're kind of safe going long until you see that. I also like to say, the market's not going to reverse until it sees an exhaustion pattern during the full liquidity of the day. And what I'm talking about is that the professionals are moving large money, big number of contracts. They need the full liquidity of the day. During the pre-open, we don't have everybody working at their desks. It's not all the volumes kind of playing. But we need the open to happen, and that's when we need to see exhaustion patterns for us to even start to think about kind of breakdowns and reversals in trend. So we had that 1500 today. We kind of pushed a little bit higher above it. More blue professional bars here kind of coming in at the end of the day. But the important point is to note that you're safe going long during this activity, because we have not seen blue professional bars taking profits yet. So all of this, even with the Rambo patterns and so on, you're safe until you see there. Now, what was nice about this morning, we had a great little setup, a triple. So the pullback level kind of comes in, so that's starting to hold with blue professional bars. We initially break below it a fraction, and then if you look on the other time frames, so on the 500 tip bar, that's Rambo pattern, that little break. That's amateurs leading the way, and you get support kind of come in. So supports come in and held there, and on the 44,500 we got support as well. So we've got a triple going on. We've got support in all three time frames, and we've not seen blue professional bars on the 1500, showing us that that's the first place the professionals are taking profits on highs like that with an exhaustion pattern, which is kind of nice. So you're kind of safe there. So I jumped in first thing 55.25, which was nice. It was a nice one shot one kill. But then there was also a beautiful little setup. I was a little bit late for it, but all of these blue professional bars on the 500 tip bar chart come in on this retrace. So we've got a flush pattern going on here. We've not seen exhaustion yet on this time frame. Blue professional bars kind of holding here. We're breaking the highs of this as we break into another trend move here, and this is where we see exhaustion up in the 60s up here. This is kind of getting the move going, breaking to new highs. On the 1500 again, on this little retrace here, no blue professional bars taking profits. up here on these highs. There's nothing going on there. We've got a little amateur bar there. And on the 4,500, again, nothing going on until we see those blue professional bars. So that was another little entry on 500, going with the trend. But this is what I'm trying to talk about today. You're safe going long through this pattern until you start to see blue professional bars. After the blue professional bars kind of come in, you've seen the professionals kind of active, taking profits at least, thinking about maybe going for a reversal during the day, but just continues to kind of make new highs and just refuses to break, rolled over. 11 o'clock kind of comes around. That's the window for a potential reversal. Nothing happens. We're kind of closing on the highs. So there we go. What'll I do? I'll tag on the second. My second entry was up at 60 and just took out 3 on the way up, which is kind of good enough for me. But I was late into this move. Should have been kind of getting in here, but I was kind of I don't know. I was hoping it was rolling over. But anyway, because we've not seen blue professional bars. There we go. That's the story for today. Hope your trading went well. Been pretty active Monday, Tuesday in terms of my trades, so I might back off a little bit tomorrow, particularly because it's FOMC. We'll see if something kind of lines up early tomorrow. But just watch out that kind of after that first 30 minutes, the trade goes quiet. And you can get kind of stuck into kind of low volatility, low activity kind of ranges, unless the Russians start firing in the Ukraine or the Crimea, in which case it'll get very interesting very quickly. Anyway, hope your trading's going well. Gone long for 60.25, long 60.25. Check my stops and targets. So I thought maybe that might be the end of the move. We got dirty end of trend here, pull back to dirty end of trend on 500 tip bar chart underneath resistance on 45. But no blue professional bars on these time frames, so I think we're going to go higher. This is the last time we saw the professionals in. Didn't end up with an exhaustion pattern, didn't end up with blue professional bars up here. So it's been slow going, but we need to bring in those exhaustion patterns. We've had them kind of here, but not really on the left shoulder. So that's what I'm looking for. Blue professional up bars, 1500 at least. So let's see, we could potentially break into another trend move, kind of keep going above resistance here. Alright, all kinds of bot signals just going off. A bit of a flat top there. We've got Rambo patterns and exhaustion. That's unstable, so just going to be careful here. But I want to see a blue professional bar here on 15. Actually travelled quite a long way here, so we've got to see maybe a pullback end of trend on 1500. Look at this flat top, unbelievable. Just move the target to 63.25. It's 325. The reason for doing that, we've got a pro signal. Let's say blue professional bar, first one come in with exhaustion here. I think we've still got to test it. We've got to go with kind of a bearish pattern on 500. So just hoping for a little bit of a final move up. Come on, go. Just taken out 63.25 for 3. Excellent. We got touched a second ago, but we didn't get taken out there. So it's good. Just for another 3. That's been an easy day so far. 9:20 AM.